What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. We have an exciting unboxing to dig into. We will go ahead and use our Keith the Knife Freak channel unboxing knife to dig into this guy. I always link Keith's Instagram down below if you are interested in a handmade knife or some sort of handmade object like this made out of a little pry bar, or I think this was some sort of punch or something like that. I can't remember what he said he made this out of, but it's been a fantastic unboxing knife. So what we have here, guys, is my first experience with a Wuben flashlight, and I am stoked to check this out. This has been a flashlight that I've wanted to check out for quite some time. Since they pretty much released these, I have wanted to check one of these out. And it just so happens that Wuben got a hold of me and asked me if I would be interested in checking one of their flashlights out. And I said, yeah, definitely. And they asked kind of which one would I, most likely be interested in checking out, or which one would I like to have in and check out. And I said, definitely the X3. That owl-looking one looks awesome. And they are awesome to work with. So far, it's been very pleasurable working with Wuben and their team over there. So they sent this right on over. It did not take long at all. Very nice packaging as well. And look how small that is. I was reading some reviews about this, and I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't really know how big or how small. I knew that I had seen it on a keychain before. There's a nice pocket clip there, or you can clip that on like your shirt or whatever. Man, that is nice. Nice small little light. And it also, we have our instruction manual. We got our flashlight there. And then we should have some goodies underneath here or in here. So that is it for in the box. We'll slide that out of the way for the time being and get into here. So this has been a flashlight I've wanted to check out for some time. I'm not a flashlight head, so to speak. I have quite a few flashlights, but they're not, something I'm hardcore into. I guess you could say I'm definitely a collector of flashlights, but it's not something I'm, crazy hardcore into. So this is the magnetic base version, and you can just sit this in the base, and then you can use your USB-C charger and charge it right through the base, which is an awesome little feature. Now, I don't know if you can also charge this without the base. I'm assuming you can, but I'm not 100% sure about that. So let's go, before we get too crazy, let's go over some specs of this thing. Comes in right about 8 ounces, just shy of 8 ounces. We have a 2 3/4 inch profile this way. We have a 1.4 inch profile this way, and then about 0.8 this way. So it's not really that thick. It's actually very, you can fit this in your hand easily. So it's a nice little size, and the head rotates 180 degrees. Type-C charging, like we said, rechargeable, so you will not be dealing with external batteries. The battery is 3,000 milliamp hours, and it has the capability to be wirelessly charged. So that is another cool little feature. So you get the lanyard, which is also the charging cable. And then, of course, you can use, any other Type-C chargers. How do you get this out of there? Or don't you? There we go. Okay, okay. Ah, okay. So, and then, what is that there? Is that another? Wonder what? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. So that's another charging cord. And then we have USB-C to USB-C, which is also your lanyard. So that's a cool little package. And, you know, right here, you have everything you would need. You have your lanyard, your flashlight, and your base. So that is a cool little setup there. Let's slide this stuff out of the way. So this light has 10 different modes. You have the 180-degree head, which I need to figure out here. It says arrow this way. So do you lift it up maybe? Nope. Maybe we'll eventually figure it out here. Or maybe it's in the directions. But you get 10 different modes. You get red and blue light. This is also using a Samsung LH351D LED light. So a good quality LED light. And the instructions are pretty detailed, it looks like. If you want, you can kind of pause and read over some of this stuff. I'll go up. Battery warranty, offers a 1-year warranty for rechargeable batteries. And then they have lifetime maintenance on these as well. And then there is your Samsung LH351D. That is your white light. And then you have a 700 lumen max out, and that is going to be for 30 seconds. And then it will drop down to 200 lumens, and it can hold that for about 1.5 hours. You have 150 lumens at 2 hours, 50 lumens at 6 hours, and then you have 1 lumen at 50 hours. And then they have the strobe and the SOS feature, which is a pretty cool feature there. So they have a ton of features packed into this little thing. They are projecting it can shoot 102 meters. So this is going to be more of a throw light than it will be a floodlight, but we are going to be checking that out. 2,590 candelas. It also has a 1 meter impact resistance, IP65 for the water rating. So from what I gathered off Wuben's website, even in a heavy, downpour of rain, it's not going to affect this flashlight whatsoever. So short of throwing it in the river or your pool, you should be good to go. So it's going to be water resistant. It will not be, fully waterproof. And then the back is just different languages. So they give you a nice detailed set of instructions. This is probably one of the best instruction manuals that I have checked out since getting into flashlights. And then they also have a lock unlock feature. When the flashlight is off, press and hold, switch, return. Okay. It has a indicator light, and it has a digital LCD screen. So it's locked. So we hold it down, I'm pretty sure. Or no, it's 4 taps. Isn't it? Locked is 4 taps. There we go. Look at that. I figured it out. So 1 lumen, and it's got almost full battery. And then there is your 1 lumen. Now, Okay, so you hold it down for just a second and it shoots up to 50 lumens. Wow. Then you hold it again and you're at 150. So 150, 150, 150, 150, and then in order to get, let's shut that off, you just tap it. And then in order to get turbo, I think you turn it on and tap it twice. Woo! So that's 700 lumens right there in that little guy. Wow. That's pretty impressive coming out of this little ass thing. Now, we need to figure out how to, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So why can we not figure out how to turn the head? Or am I mistaken? You can't turn it? Oh, okay, it just slides. Dude, what's wrong with you, man? This is cool, man. This is cool. So you can have it shooting like, you know, a normal flashlight, or you can rotate it and have it shooting ahead. So if you want to clip it in a shirt pocket, on your coat, whatever, you can have it shoot forward. This is cool. This is some ingenuity right there. And then if you have it like this, you can see your screen pop up. And I think that's a nice feature. It's an OLED display. It lets you know what lumens you're on, how much battery life you have. That is pretty damn cool. So if you hit it 3 times, you'll get strobe. Woo, shit. Okay, that blinded me. And then in order to get to red, I have no idea. You turn it on, and then you hold it for... No. Press it down and hold. Or is that, yeah. Four says blue. Oh, okay. Oh, I just locked it. So it's 4 clicks to lock. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. So we got the blue on. How do we get to red? Red light, on and off. When the flashing light is off, press and hold the switch to turn on the flashlight and then click the button. Flashing light is off. Press and hold the switch. Oh, look at that! This is sweet. So that's kind of like a signaling light, or, you know, an alert light. This thing is insane. That they are able to pack this much into this little thing these days. What an impressive piece of equipment. I look forward to continuing to work with Wuben. They are going to send some other flashlights in as well for me to check out. They said they were kind of running low on inventory, so they were limited as to what they had, but we should be able to... This is cool, man. This is really cool. Should we take her outside and see what she's capable of? The audio will go down, but let's go outside and see what this thing's got. So I'm hoping you guys can hear me at least decently. And what I'm seeing is this is the glow in the dark version as well. So that's another little feature that this thing has. So there's the blue out in the pitch black, 1 lumen, which isn't going to be much. This is more for, you know, reading or kind of throwing in a tent or whatever. So let's bump it up to 50. So there is 50 kind of shooting down the driveway. So this is for kind of seeing what's directly in front of you. There's my dog. Let's hold it down and go to 150. So now we're starting to get a little bit more throw. That sandbox down there is about 25 yards. Let's bump it up to 700. So if you remember, we tested the Bernite flashlight, which that came in about 1200 lumens. And that was shining down to that building and kind of lighting up that whole area. Now that was definitely more of a powerhouse flashlight, but you're also talking twice the size. So this little guy is able to throw out quite a beam. Now I don't know if you can pick that up. 150, and the battery life, that blue light is a nice little feature. So there's 150, and that is plenty of light right there to kind of see what's in front of you. Now this is going to be, you know, an EDC flashlight. This is not going to be your, you know, your in-home thrower that shoots, you know, a couple 100 meters or anything like that. This is going to do the job so that way you can see around you and, you know, take care of the more everyday type tasks. If you need something that's really powerful, this is not, you know, you can't compare this to those types of lights. So there's strobe, which is crazy. And I think you can, yeah, you can change the strobe feature. Okay. So there's 150 and 150 again. This thing is packed, guys, with features. That's insane. And that little patio out there, that's probably about 40 yards or so. So it lights up most of my backyard pretty well. Definitely a cool little light. There's the glow in the dark feature. So the other thing that we're also going to be doing is we're going to be putting certain flashlights up against each other. Now, we're going to try to make them flashlights that are in the same realm. So we're not going to compare a 500 lumen max output flashlight to a 1500 max, you know, and we can bring those in and kind of show the differences. But as far as equating power and so on, it wouldn't be fair to the 500 lumen when, you know, it's going to be a totally different design and it's going to be a different use case than something that is, you know, 1500 lumens. So we're going to be doing quite a bit of different flashlight overviews and testing here in the near future, and this will definitely be a part of that. I like that clip. I think this will make a nice little EDC light, and I love that digital display letting you know how much battery life is left. That way you know when you're going to need to charge this thing up. It goes up to 700 lumens, which is going to be, that's going to be pretty damn good for 90% of, you know, the uses that you're going to have with a flashlight. You know, unless you have a massive backyard and you got woods and you want to see into the woods from your house, and it's, you know, 100+ yards away or 200 yards. This isn't what you're going to use, obviously. I mean, that should be very apparent. But if you're looking for a multi-useful EDC light that is going to, wow, so okay, 80. So it's got 1 lumen for the red and then 80. So that if you're walking your dog or riding your bike or whatever the hell, you can flip that red on, clip this on your coat, your backpack, whatever, and let people know, hey, I'm here. I love that little blue light, and this bad boy is the glow-in-the-dark version. So this thing is littered with features, guys. These are coming in at $80 retail, I believe, but they are having a sale on the X3. You can get them for $82 plus 20% off. So you're talking down in the low 70s, maybe even down into the 60s. Off the top of my head, I think it'd be like $68 maybe, somewhere in that neighborhood, maybe a little less, on Amazon. So that is an incredibly good price for this little flashlight. So you're talking under $80, down into the high 60s, low 70s for your price point, and you're going to be getting a lot of features for your money. In this one, like I said, this is my first experience with Wuben, and I am very impressed so far with them. I look forward to checking out some more of their flashlights. I hope you enjoyed this one. We got lots more flashlight content coming up. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this little guy. And if you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. We would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I will catch you on the next one.